Former SNP leadership candidate Kate Forbes has praised living legend Fergus Ewing and said she was keen to ensure he didn't stand alone following his suspension from the party's Holyrood group. Hello and welcome to my channel. If is your first time, please subscribe. Also hit the bell so that you won't miss out in any of our update. Please do well to stay tuned till the end. Ms. Forbes, along with fellow SNP MSPs Christine Graham and Annabel Ewing, who is Mr. Ewing's sister, stood alongside the former minister as he addressed the media after he was suspended for a week. The Inverness and Nairn MSP was sanctioned by his fellow MSPs after a number of rebellions, including speaking out against Scottish government policies like highly protected marine areas, the dualling of the A9, and the deposit return scheme. He also voted in favour of a motion of no confidence in Scottish Government Minister and Green co-leader Lorna Slater, and has been heavily critical of the government's power-sharing deal with the Greens. On Sunday, Mr. Ewing announced he would appeal the decision. Speaking to the Herald newspaper, Ms. Forbes said, "Fergus is a living legend throughout the Highlands and Islands, and mainly because he always puts the needs of these communities first. My concern was that he didn't stand alone going in or leaving that room. Our parliamentary group is a family and you must have each other's backs. And when you face difficult circumstances, you need your troops around you." The SNP refused to comment on the appeal against Mr. Ewing's suspension, but it is understood a three-person panel made up of Westminster MPs or members of the party's National Executive Committee (NEC) will be appointed by the SNP's ruling body, and the process will normally be resolved within 3 weeks of the appeal letter being received. Ms. Forbes, who served as finance secretary under Nicola Sturgeon and reportedly turned down the rural affairs brief she was offered by Humza Yousaf, also weighed in on the future of education in Scotland. With the Scottish government's aim of reducing the poverty-related attainment gap, the MSP said it was important not to drop educational standards to do so. Ms. Forbes said there was a risk in public discussion about the attainment gap that government should make education simpler and easier, while she believed the opposite should be the case. "Ministers should recognize," she said, "the country's education system is in competition with those elsewhere in the world," a Scottish government spokesperson said. Tackling the attainment